talk about Queen Esther for a moment. You've heard the story. We know about Queen Esther. She was a young Jewish girl that was chosen to be queen, but she didn't desire to be queen. She wasn't looking to be queen. She didn't seek after this royal title. She was chosen. And there's a scripture that's very famous in Esther chapter 4. I'm going to read it to you, and it's often used to undergird somebody and encourage them in the season in which they've encountered a situation they didn't anticipate being in. It's a season sometimes where we don't really know why we're there or what to do. We kind of feel like we're turning around in a circle over and over again trying to figure out what to do. And that scripture is this. It's Esther 4:14. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. It's a reminder of a couple things, that God is always in control, right? It shows us that the relief and the deliverance of the Jewish people was going to come, and Mordecai knew that. He believed that. He stood firm on that promise. But he also told her that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, there's a consequence attached to that. And thirdly, it shows us in this passage that she was placed in this position for this moment. But let's back up a little bit. You see, when Esther found out that Haman had this evil plan and this evil heart was coming for the Jewish people, she sought wisdom from Mordecai. Actually, Mordecai found out what was going on first, and he came to Esther, and Esther asked him what to do, and they worked together, seeking wisdom and operating in wisdom together. Mordecai raised Esther after her parents passed away, after her parents died, and he was a man of good standing. He knew the scriptures. He encouraged her to lead a fast and operate in the spiritual discipline of fasting. He knew the promises of God and what happens when we're patient and allow God to be God. She didn't ask to be in the situation, but she knew where to find the wisdom once she was in it because of the past relationship she had. I've heard Pastor Donovan say this 100,000 times or more or less, I don't know. But your resources in your relationship. That statement doesn't mean it's about putting people in your back pocket. It's a statement that means there is value in relationship that stays connected. There's value in the wisdom other people carry. Google is a great thing. I love to Google things. You can find out all kinds of information and in 17 seconds have contradicting pieces of information, and you're just as confused when you typed enter on the Google as you were in the first place. So here's the thing. God's put people in your life older than you and younger than you that have experienced life. They have wisdom, they have life experience, they have a God foundation. Those are the people that sometimes we need to seek their wisdom. So when was the last time you called your grandparents, or sat on the front porch with somebody, or called somebody from your church who you know has had an experience similar to the one you're in and said, let me take you to breakfast, and seek wisdom, glean the wisdom, honor the wisdom. And I almost guarantee you, while they're telling you their story, you're going to learn so much more about your own life than you bargained for. And you're going to get wisdom that's going to give you direction and clarity. So there's no more spinning in a circle. You have a path to walk. With God guidance and a new support system, I challenge you to pick up the phone and give somebody a call today.